out gathering cattle this weekend. It turned out to be just a real adventure because the people whose cattle we bought most of their calves this year, but they have about 5,000 cows on 4 different ranches across the country. Very interesting people. And we took grandson Wyatt, and Wyatt is the ag person of the 16 grandkids. He's really the ag person right now, and so he knows every tractor, he knows every driver, he knows everything that's going on, and he's spent his life. He doesn't go to sleep. He just rides in the tractor, and he cries when he has to leave. Well, Wyatt went on the cattle gathering and on the way over, Wyatt was, what are we going to do and how does this work, Betty Jo? And so we sat in the back seat and visited about it. We took Sunshine, the wonder dog, the little red dachshund, and who, it's the best we can do for a cow dog. And he did ask me, he said, do you think they'll be mad when they see your cow dog? And I said, well, I hope not, because it's the best we can do. So anyway, we got there, and he stood up and watched the cattle come down, and of course it's dusty and cowboys in the big hats, and there is a romance to it that you can't shake. But then eventually he started finding rocks that had fossils on them. There were shells, and then the next thing I know, he's over talking to the guy who's counting the cattle, who's sitting on the fence. And the man climbs down from the fence, and he gets down on the ground with Wyatt, and they start looking at rocks, which I thought was really very touching. And so then a lady comes by, and she sees why and that he's so excited about things. So she takes him over to her pickup, and she said, look what I had. And she had 2 sets of antlers and then a set of hip bones and a skull from a cow. And so she says, would you like to have these? Well, by this time, my grandpapa's pickup's getting pretty full in the back. But he gathers them up, and I mean, he is so proud. He's scared to leave them when we stop for lunch in case somebody might steal him. Mm-hmm. But he really wants to talk to Fi, the cowboy who sold us the cattle. Well, Wyatt sits next to him through lunch, and he goes back, and his stuff is there. We brought it home. His mother didn't flinch. When she got her shoes on, and they came over, and they took everything out of the back of the pickup. I suggested they put them on the dining room table, but they kind of didn't like that idea too well. And so they have a new rock garden, and so everything went out into the rock garden. And then yesterday morning, when Wyatt got up, we had a serious problem because some of his bones were gone. Uh-oh. But they found Daisy Mae, the dog, in the backyard trying to bury them. So he will always have a treasure of his first going to get the cattle with his papa.